Hello, you are watching the Medical Terminology, Anatomy and Physiology MA101A course training. This course will require students to work out of two textbooks. The first one is a Mastering Healthcare Terminology book. They'll be in chapters 1 and 2. Also, they will be using the KINS Medical Assisting Fundamentals book in chapters 1 and 2. Chapter 2 is used in just about every single anatomy and physiology course as a reminder for students in directional terms and positioning. So this may be a review for some of your current students. Okay. This module requires students to use SharePath, and this course has SharePath in it. There is a link to the SharePath course right here. On the first day of the module, students will click on this link and self-enroll. They only need to do this in one of the module courses. Once it's done, then they will have access to SharePath for the whole module. Here are some quick links for the students to use to get to the days quicker. These days are reflected in the lesson plan. And then here is a SharePath link to get directly into the SharePath course. This SharePath course will also appear on the students' campus dashboard. Here are some other helpful links that students can use. Makes things a little bit quicker when they need to access the library or their resources. As an instructor, it's very important to remember to fill out your instructor contact information. You click on this link, click edit, and then go ahead and put in your times of availability, when your tutor times will be scheduled, how a student can get in touch with you outside of class. Students must also, in every course, complete the academic honesty policy. They click on the honesty policy. I suggest that you go over this policy together as a class. Make sure that there are no questions, and then the students will agree to the policy and submit. That will open up the rest of this course for students. If they do not successfully say I will or I do and hit submit, then portions of this course will be grayed out and they will not be able to access them. On the first day of the mod, we'll also go over the textbooks. So make sure that they click on each one of these textbook links and open up their textbook, as well as website links. To click on each one of these links so that they know what's in the link and how to get there. They should also on the first day be clicking on all of their student resources one by one. I suggest you do all of these things together in class, keeping everybody at the same pace, answering questions as you go. The next thing you need to do is make sure that you are clicking and opening up the syllabi and going over what is expected in this course, what the students are going to have to complete in order to successfully pass this course. There are Quizlets in this course for students to work on. They can work on them independently, or you can use a Quizlet Live and work on them together as a game for everyone in class to enjoy at the same time. Here are the course row 1 and row 2. These row are available to students at the very beginning of the module. They can work on them as homework as they see fit, as long as they upload them to the specific day in the lesson plan that they will be due. Weeks 1 through 4 are for your hybrid students. The hybrid students will work solely within these weeks along with their online hybrid instructor. As an on-ground residential instructor, you will not be participating in these weeks at all. You will have no need to go into those. The residential instructor will follow the lesson plan. The lesson plan is set up to reflect the days in the course. So we see here day 1 and day 2. And these days will need to be published when you reach these days in the lesson plan. So on the very first day of the mod, you notice that this circle is blank. Students cannot see anything in day 1 with this day not published. So to publish the day, you click on the circle with the line. It turns green with a check. Now each individual student will be able to have access only to what is in day 1. When you reach a day 2, you'll do the same and click on the day 2 to publish, and then day 2 will be available. This keeps students from working ahead in the course, which can be overwhelming to students. You want to keep them all working together at the same pace at the same time. If you prefer to complete your lecture and any practice in class, you may do that before you publish the day. You control when the day is available to your students. Please don't unpublish any of the content in each one of the days. If you do, then the online students will not have access to that as well. So keep these alone, leave these alone, and just publish the days themselves. So this course is going to be introducing introduction to medical terminology. Every day, spend time breaking down words, playing games with medical terminology, focusing on techniques that students can use to remember their medical terminology. This course will also work on directional terms and body structure. We will be going over the building of the anatomy of the body from the very smallest unit all the way to the human body itself. Make sure that you're spending time challenging your students in critical thought on how to use these directional terms and help them understand these directional terms as well as planes of the body. The easier it is for them to remember these terms and the more work that they use using these terms is really going to pay off later. It will make the rest of the course that they have to take in anatomy easier and easier. So make sure that you're spending time to kind of lay a really good foundation for medical terminology and the body's directional terms. So you'll notice that in some of the days you will find these blue links. These are videos that you are more than welcome to use in class. If you want to use these videos, you need to publish them. I suggest that you watch the videos ahead of time just to make sure that this is something that you would like to use in your lecture time or during your class activities. There's also some games in here for students to play. So main thing is to have fun, make sure that your students are staying engaged in the topics that you're teaching and that they are actually mindfully learning what's in each course. SurePath is also a really great addition to a lecture for you. Inside your lesson plan, you'll see a section that will break down what topics are in each of these chapters in SurePath, and you can choose a whole chapter or just sections of the chapter to add to your lesson plan. SurePath has easy to follow lessons as well as embedded videos and interactive games. So please take the time to check those out as well. Okay, so there will be a couple tests in this course. There is the cells and tissues test, the structure and function test, and the medical terminology test. Tests are mandatory. They need to take the test in order to pass the course. So hopefully this training was helpful. If you have any further questions or need any support, please feel free to reach out. I'm here to help you. And with that, have a really good rest of your day.